One. Hello everybody and welcome to round one of the 2020 TMG Summer Series here at the virtual Michigan International Speedway for today's running of the US 500. Joining me today in the broadcast booth is Charles Bowen. Nobody else here today. Charles, how are you doing on this Saturday? That's what day it is.
I'm doing very good.
Glad to hear that. We are here at Michigan for 78 laps of racing action here at this 2-mile, some would call it a super speedway, some would call it a speedway, but the racing we're going to see today is very much akin to what we would see at Daytona or Talladega. We are in for a bit of a crazy race in practice races that I've done leading up to this event. The racing has, throughout the first few laps, either been a complete mess with crashes all over the place, or it's been really exciting and intense, but I can guarantee you that these drivers aren't going to be able to make it long without wrecking at least a few times, especially when you consider all the restarts that will happen because of that. Today we kick off the Summer Series, which is going to be a 6-race series taking place over the next month or so, a little bit more than that. At some of the best racetracks in America. Next week, we'll be going to the All-American Speedway, which, due to pit stall capacity, will only have 29 drivers as opposed to 35, so the bottom 6 finishers of today's race will be out. This is not a points championship, just an exhibition series. So, Charles, before we head into today, I'll pull over to the starting lineup here in just a minute. Knowing kind of who's good at Michigan, who tends to suffer, who is your pick to win today's race?
I'm going to have to pick Chase Elliott. He's been very strong here in the past with a couple runner-up finishes to a certain driver who we don't talk about anymore. But I think he can really get it done here today. And he's very fast on the super speedways, and as you mentioned, that should play into this race fairly well. So Chase Elliott's my pick.
Chase Elliott also starting on pole. Speaking of that driver that we're not allowed to talk about or say the name of, he does have a replacement for this series in Matt Kenseth, driving the 42 Credit One Bank Chevrolet Camaro. He's starting towards the back of the field, but knowing Matt Kenseth, he could definitely work his way up towards the front. What are your expectations for him going into this series?
My expectations for this race are that it should be pretty close racing, but yet pretty clean.
I said, what are your expectations for Matt Kenseth?
Oh, sorry. it kind of cut out, so I didn't hear Matt Kenseth. So. Matt Kenseth, I think he'll make it up the pack. I think he'll be at least in the top 10 by the end of the race.
BNA Cup Series in the chat says, my chicken nuggets are getting toasty, so thanks for that information. Welcome to the pre-race show. Looking throughout the field, we're kind of seeing this weird divide where you see a lot of strong drivers towards the front of the field with a couple of wild cards thrown in there. You see Cole Custer, Bubba Wallace, no, that's not Ryan Preece, it's Ricky Stenhouse. And then as you get towards the middle, you see a lot more of the mid-pack drivers that we would typically see towards the back. You see Corey LaJoie in there. Christopher Bell doesn't always run that well, but he's up there towards the middle. And then at the back, you have some of the stronger drivers like Jimmy Johnson, Matt Kenseth, Alex Bowman, Kurt Busch, and Tyler Reddick, who's rounding out the back half of the field. Do you think we're going to see a bit of a mix-up today in kind of the action we see in terms of who's at the front and who's not? I know that I'm certainly expecting that, judging by the way this starting lineup is played out, but I'd love to know what you think.
I think we're going to see kind of a surge of the back and then a fall of the front. Like, we're going to see drivers like Corey LaJoie and I'd say even the 21 car fall back a little bit on the start, but we'll see like drivers like Matt Kenseth, Hamlin, Harvick especially. He's been fast here the last few years. They'll come to the front very fast.
I don't know why I'm focusing on Michael McDowell there. In for a good race, 70 laps here at Michigan. We're going to go to a cutaway really quickly, and then we'll be right back for the start of the race. Back live here on TMG. Sorry we missed the command there, but the command to fire engines has just been given. Field rolls off of pit lane. We are ready to go racing here at Michigan. 70 laps, and by the time we finish this thing, it will be time for the Xfinity Series race. So to those of you who are attempting to watch every race today, you are in for a long day of racing, wrapped out by IndyCar at the end of the day. Let's go ahead and go to the front of the field as we prepare to go racing here at Michigan. Chase Elliott starting first, Kyle Busch in second on the outside lane. One thing of note here at Michigan, that outside lane is going to have that PJ1.
That should make these cars very slippery for sure.
I've actually seen in a couple of test races that the PJ1 isn't quite as grippy, but if multiple drivers go up there, try and go for the same real estate, you end up with quite a bit of chaos. Cole Custer, highest starting Mustang, starting in the 3rd position. Looks like a pretty good mix of Chevrolets and Toyotas towards the front of the field, with Mustangs slacking behind just a little bit. You only see 2 there in the top 5, but knowing how strong they can be at Michigan, I doubt that they'll be kind of in that formation for long. Today we are going to kick off the Summer Series, as I've said before, round 1 of 6, and it all starts here at Michigan. The pace car is going to come off of turn 4. Any final thoughts before we get the green flag?
Nothing much of note here. It's going to be in a very exciting race, and here we go.
Here we go. Coming to the green flag. The green flag is out, and we are racing in the US 500 to kick off the Summer Series. Chase Elliott is going to lead us to green as they go down towards turn 1.
Chase Elliott clear on the inside. He's basically cleared the field by now. Kyle Busch fighting with Cole Custer. They're going to go 3 wide for second into turn number 1.
And this is the kind of racing I was talking about. A lot of 3 wide. The draft is going to be really important here. You're going to see a couple of lines form up. While the inside lane tends to have an advantage, drivers can get quite a bit of grip on that outside lane. 3 wide for most of the pack as they go towards turn 3. Not any 4 wide yet, but the 37 car looking to make it just like that on the inside. Ryan Preece coming to the inside. Meanwhile, Ryan Blaney is going for the lead on Chase Elliott.
Chase Elliott got out a little too far ahead, in my opinion, and that gave Ryan Blaney the opportunity to catch up real fast, and now he's going to go for the lead.
There's that 4 wide we were talking about, drivers fanning out down that really wide front straightaway, and this is what I'm worrying about. Everybody kind of bottlenecking coming off turn 2. The racetrack is wide, but it's not quite wide enough for 4 wide and 5 wide if we ever see that happen, which I've definitely seen it happen before in practice races, and Ryan Newman's looking to make that happen. 5 wide for second going through turn 3. Yep, that didn't work. Get in the wall.
Oh, no.
Whoa, huge crash. Turn 4.
Chase Elliott's in it. William Byron's in it.
Oh, and your pole sitter, Chase Elliott, as well.
Truex is in it. Rossi's in it. The whole back half of the field's in it.
5 wide did not work. Ryan Newman trying to push the issue has costed a lot of drivers a chance to win today. Chase Elliott, your pole sitter, smoking on the front straightaway and out of the race. Lots of drivers on pit road. And I can guarantee that's not going to be the last time that we see that throughout this race. We'll see if anybody decides to pit here. I can't imagine they would. We're pretty early on into the race.
Hey, at least they lasted longer than the original US 500.
They did. They lasted longer than the actual US 500, and I'm proud of that.
1 lap longer, but they lasted longer.
All right, most of the field coming into the pit lane here. I doubt anybody's going to be staying out.
Oh,
a couple of drivers thinking about it. No, they're coming in as well. Looks like they just went a little bit wide to make room for Truex. Ryan Blaney leading the field onto the pit lane as he won the race back to the yellow flag. Pit stops underway here at Michigan.
It'll be interesting to see what strategies the drivers take. Will it be 2 tires stop? Will it be just fuel? Will it be 4 tires early on?
And it looks like just fuel for Ryan Blaney along with a couple other drivers, but maybe having an issue on pit road. Ryan Blaney going to come out 5th behind Bubba Wallace, Austin Dillon, Quinn Houff, and Justin Haley. I actually think somebody else stayed out even more than them. Yeah, Clint Boyer actually won the race off pit road, so Ryan Blaney will restart in 6th. Maybe getting a little bit more fuel than everybody else here. And Tyler Reddick, who started at the tail end of the field, is now up to 7th with either a good pit stop or some bad strategy. We'll see how it plays out.
For sure. And how about Quinn Houff and Justin Haley now up in the fight for the lead here?
Quinn Houff with a very good pit stop. Let's take a look at what happened to bring out the caution. And it all started with Ryan Newman thinking he could go 5 wide. Clearly, he could not. That was not his smartest move. That's the race for the lead, and then it happened back in turn. Nope, never mind, that's the caution. It was this lap right here. He almost won the race back to the line, actually. So right here, looks like Austin Dillon, he's on the bottom of a 4 wide situation, and he really drives it into the corner. I think that's the issue that we're going to see here. Dillon slips up, Newman has an opportunity, and you can see Chase Elliott just not using all the track he can. Cindric goes down into Preece and takes out the rest of the field.
I think that just equates down to a bit of a racing incident there.
it definitely a very costly racing incident if it is that. Oh my
Absolutely, because now Chase Elliott, he went from leading this race, starting on the pole, and in one lap, he's out.
That's, we're going to see that a lot. Things can change very quickly for the better or the worse for these drivers here at Michigan. We'll take a look at it in slow motion. Yeah, just Austin Dillon at the bottom there. I think when he slipped up, Newman thought he had the opportunity, and I think Chase Elliott also could have gone a little bit higher on the racetrack. You'll see right there, everybody kind of squeezes up going into turn number 3. And it looks like Austin no?
Looks like Austin Dillon just kind of went a little high into the 37 of Ryan Preece. And the chain reaction kind of started from there.
It looks almost like Austin Cindric kind of came down on the 41 of Custer and took out Ryan Preece as well. And Matt Kenseth actually got through there very well.
Matt Kenseth, he just slid right by.
You can see him slipping by on the inside. Ooh, that's a close call for Kurt.
Bowman did the same thing there.
Lots of drivers able to slip by it. The wreck was mostly contained to the high side of the racetrack. Yep, just a lot of contact. Into the wall they go. Looks like maybe Custer, I think he may have actually came up on Elliott, made a little bit of contact, and went back down the track. Either way, a lot of drivers have had their day practically ruined, especially Chase Elliott, who had a blown engine because of it.
Michael McDowell almost made it through, but then got hit the blue number 12 at the last minute, the 12 Dodge.
That would be Sam Hornish, if I do remember correctly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Michael McDowell close to making it through. He almost did. It's like getting past the wreck after the incident was about half the battle. Let's go on board with Matt Kenseth as he navigated his way through the incident. Talked about him a bit in the pre-race show, but I don't think we anticipated this happening. On board with the driver of the 42.
You'll see it happen, and then you don't know what's going on, and then you just slip right past. You gotta keep your foot in it in those cases, and just hope that it stays high.
Slipped by at the bottom. I actually don't think anybody made it through kind of the chunk of the wreck. Maybe Christopher Bell did, but it looked like for the most part, if you were involved kind of in that top part of the wreck, you were done.
Oh yeah, Christopher Bell made it through pretty cleanly, maybe with a bit of damage on the right side from scraping the wall a little bit.
Bell just kind of checked up, waited until everything was done, and gunned it to the outside. He was able to make it through. But
good job, Christopher Bell.
Nobody was kind of able to make it through by bobbing and weaving their way through. Either you checked up and you made it through, or you didn't.
Or you just went to the bottom and like I said, keep your foot in it, hope it stays on the high side.
Like throughout on the pace car, so we will be restarting this time by here on lap 6 of 70. Pace car is going to dive on a pit road, and Clint Boyer is going to be your race leader, coming back to green with Bubba Wallace in second. No lap cars on the inside to worry about, so we will go back racing here at Michigan. And at this point, I think the bottom so far, the bottom 4 drivers no longer have a chance to race next weekend, but there are still 3 spots open. That a driver could still, or no, it's 2 spots open that a driver could still wreck out and miss the race next week. Green flag is back out, and Clint Boyer is going to lead the field back to green here at Michigan.
Clint Boyer off and away into turn number 1. They're pretty much staying single file, except Austin Dillon looking to the inside of Darrell Wallace Jr.
I can guarantee you that single file isn't going to last for long. Before long, we're going to see 3 wide, and I think Tyler Reddick is thinking about making that happen down the back straightaway. You can see that 8 car. Now, Blaney got back up in line. You can see already drivers going double file down the back straightaway, trying to make up positions. Today might turn into a track position game, because when you have all these cautions, I think a lot of it is going to be about being in a good spot for the restart. Oh, didn't take long. They're already 4 wide going down the front straightaway.
4 wide, Jimmy Johnson all the way on the apron down the front stretch past the Ally logo. Tyler Reddick was the first to make it 3 wide for second.
3 wide for second. Reddick coming up the inside, but Ryan Blaney looking to make it 4 wide. Down the back.
Blaney, look, he's going for it.
Oh, but Reddick blocked him off. Blaney doesn't have an avenue to get through. Reddick's going to be in a good spot to take away the lead here as they go towards turn 3.
Side by side with Clint Boyer through turn 3 and 4. He slipped up the track just a little bit, opening the door for Ryan Blaney down to the inside at the line. Reddick leads that lap.
Tyler Reddick leads lap number 8, coming back towards turn 1. Ryan Blaney going to be in the advantageous spot on the inside. It's a Penske battle for the lead. Here comes Brad Keselowski. Blaney sliding up the track in a hurry is going to put Keselowski on the inside with an advantage.
I saw a little bit of contact with some drivers, but Brad Keselowski, Team Penske, side by side.
Oh, there they go again! Oh, they saved it!
They saved it!
Reddick up the track, but he saves it. 4 wide back to the line. Keselowski towards the top. Blaney on the high side. Harvick at the bottom. Ty Dillon might have led that lap.
Ty Dillon, where did he come from? He's fighting for the lead. They're still 4 wide.
4 wide as they go through turn 1. Kevin Harvick at the bottom of the racetrack is going to take away the race lead. Car in the wall, Eric Almirola. Trouble back straightaway. Ward Burton involved. Eric Almirola around. Caution is out. Race back to the line.
Harvick leading. Is anyone going to be able to get there before the line? I do not believe so. Kevin Harvick, starting at the back of the field, will take the lead as the caution flag waves at Michigan for the second time today.
Harvick wins back to the line. Ward Burton and Eric Almirola brought out the caution. 4 wide, even getting slowed down for the caution. Wow. Brad Keselowski, I know this. Oh my goodness, they're wrecking under caution. Oh dear.
No!
Dillon in the wall and slides down the back straightaway. Oh my, he stacks up. And Logano.
No!
Well, they found a way to do it. They flipped under caution. I'm amazed and also disappointed. Caution is out. Kevin Harvick, your race leader, is going to lead the field onto pit road if he does decide to pit. I mean, does it really surprise you that Ricky Stenhouse found a way to flip under caution? It doesn't surprise me at all.
No, it does not either. It doesn't surprise me at all either.
All right, most drivers bringing it into the pit lane. Tyler Reddick also had an incredible save. He made a little bit of contact with Clint Boyer. They went sliding up the racetrack, and they both made it through unscathed because, of course, Tyler Reddick is just that amazing, and we all know it. All right, pit stop's underway. Kevin Harvick just taking fuel is down and away. Looks like he is going to win the race off of pit road unless anybody else gets a faster stop, but it doesn't look like they will. Lots of cars with damage. We'll take a look at a replay of what happened as Kevin Harvick wins the race off pit road, followed by Brad Keselowski and Bubba Wallace and Clint Boyer. Let's take a look at what happened to bring out the caution.
Almirola really hit that outside wall really hard. Like, he just slammed into it.
So it was down the back straightaway. Ward Burton and Eric Almirola went into the wall. We weren't quite able to catch it. Only a 2-car incident, but then things got even weirder because they wrecked under caution. And
that is
situation like this,
5 wide.
Just a lot of cars bouncing off each other, and unfortunately, Ward Burton gets taken out. I think if we look at it in a bit slower speed, yeah, you can see how there's a lot of bobbling as they go towards turn 1. 5 wide, and you're going to see Christopher Bell there. Bounces off of Ryan Newman. Bounces into Eric Almirola. One more bounce off of Newman, and one more bounce into Almirola. Almirola gets
into Ward Burton. Then Almirola just slams that outside wall. Hard impact for him.
Chris Buescher in the 17. Oh, my goodness.
This is going to eke right by.
Nice job, Chris Buescher, barely making it through the wreck.
But we are not done with the wrecking after that, are we?
Yep. One more look in real speed. Hard hit for Eric Almirola. Luckily, it was with the back of the car.
Yeah.
But then this is where things got even weirder because they wrecked under caution. I think they were going like 4 wide trying to get in the correct position under caution, and they wrecked somehow. I don't really get it, but you can see how they're going towards turn... Oh, that's not the button I want to press. They are going 4 wide towards turn 1 under caution.
It started with Austin Dillon.
Yep, all started with Dillon. You can see how they're just kind of squeezing up, trying to get in the right spot, and Ty Dillon hooks Austin Dillon into the field.
Oh, no.
But then, when everybody tries to avoid it, Austin Dillon stacks up Busch and Logano, which just creates a huge stack up.
Busch.
And Stenhouse goes up and over.
Custer.
Luckily, a relatively low-speed impact, so I don't know if any of those drivers will be taken out of the race. But
Newman almost got rear-ended there. Did you see that?
I'm sorry, who did?
Ryan Newman almost got rear-ended of speed.
Yeah, just everybody stacking up, nowhere really to go. I don't think Stenhouse could have even seen it, and gets pushed up and over by William Byron. Wow.
And I think that's pretty much going to seal how the 6 cars that are not going to be at the next race now.
I think that will do it, yeah. Oh my, I can't believe Stenhouse can still drive with that thing. Oh, and there it is. Positions 24 through 35 are all out of the race. The drivers that will be missing the race next weekend will be Sam Hornish, Chase Elliott, Michael McDowell, Austin Cindric, Eric Almirola, Chris Buescher, and that will do it. Alex Bowman going to be the first car in. 1 second, I'm going to write that down on my phone because I feel like that's pretty important, and if I don't write it down, I'm going to forget to do it later. All right, we got Hornish, Elliott. I'll see the field coming by in just a minute here, as we are almost ready to go back racing. But I'm guessing the cleanup is going to have to be a little bit extended just because so many people decided to wreck under caution. All right, there we go. Lights are out on the pace car, so we will go back green this time by with Kevin Harvick, your race leader, Brad Keselowski in second. I might be wrong about this, but I believe Roger Penske built this track. Am I wrong about that?
No, he did. He built this track back in the 70s, I want to say.
Okay.
Oh, no, this ain't good.
Quinn's taking the IndyCar defensive line by going down the back straightaway on the inside.
I think maybe something broke on that car.
You want to hop back in line there, buddy? Oh, dear. Well, the season opener got a little bit weird.
It's just like in the World 600 simulation that we did a few weeks ago where Bobby Labonte fell out almost immediately.
Yeah, I think Half has issues. He is going to be coming into the pit lane. Race restart. Kevin Harvick, your race leader. Brad Keselowski in second, driving for Roger Penske. And I'm sure a win here would be very much appreciated. Pace car is going to turn into the pit lane. Here we go. Back to the green flag.
Harvick is going to lead them right to the line. Bubba Wallace looks a little bit to the inside. He's setting it up for turn one.
Green flag is out. Once again, no lap cars to worry about. Denny Hamlin on the move already, going up the inside of Clint Bowyer as Kevin Harvick is going to lead the field towards turn one. Already lots of side-by-side action as Bubba Wallace washes up the racetrack.
Hamlin's going to go to the inside of Darrell Wallace Jr. and then he's going to look for second from Brad Keselowski. They're going to be side-by-side going into turn three. It looks like Hamlin might be able to get the position.
Denny Hamlin going for more up the inside of Kevin Harvick. You can see a little bit of a bobble there out of four. And Kevin Harvick is not going to win the race back to the line. Denny Hamlin is going to lead that lap. Matt Kenseth on the move as well, 3 wide going into turn one.
Matt Kenseth, he started at the back of the field. He's up fighting for the lead as Quinn Houck, 1 lap down. He's coming back up onto the track.
Hamlin continuing to lead, 3 wide down the back straightaway for what looks to be 4th place. That group kind of losing time to the drivers going single file. Matt Kenseth going towards turn 3, trying to get the 4th spot away. Meanwhile, side by side for second is Brad Keselowski is working on Kevin Harvick.
Keselowski has never won at Michigan. This is his home track. No driver from Michigan has won at this track. So if Brad Keselowski accomplishes that, he's doing something right.
Is that Larry McReynolds? 3 wide.
Well, according to the trends.
Still, according to the trends, the last 5 times we raced at Michigan. Towards turn 3, Brad Keselowski still working on Kevin Harvick for second as Denny Hamlin extends his lead 3 wide. Bubba Wallace gets back in line. No misjudgments there. Denny Hamlin still continuing to lead here at Michigan. Looks like he's got a pretty fast car. And I was right about 2 things now. The Fords have worked their way towards the front of the field, and so has Matt Kenseth. Towards turn 3 now, Kenseth on the inside, Keselowski in the middle, Bubba Wallace looking for a spot as well. 3 wide down the back. Bowyer looking to make it 4 wide, but gets cut off by Matt Kenseth.
There was a little bit of contact there between Matt Kenseth and Brad Keselowski in turn number 2. Not much, not noticeable, but it was there.
Kenseth to second with a really good drive. Newman really loose through the corner. Matt Kenseth up to second and maybe going for more. He's got a really fast car here at Michigan as we come to lap 19 of 70.
Matt Kenseth, he's going to get in right behind Denny Hamlin, utilize the draft. He's going to look to the inside. There we go.
He's got to run 3 wide behind Newman, Bowyer, and Bubba Wallace. Matt Kenseth going on the inside, trying to break away the side draft, but can't get the run towards turn 3. Hamlin clears him and will go back to the race lead. Never mind, Kenseth's still there on the inside. Harvick is back as well.
Matt Kenseth's going to have the help of Kevin Harvick behind him, a kind of 2-car tandem. at the line, still Hamlin leading, but Matt Kenseth's going to be there, and he's going to set it up for the back straightaway.
Kenseth up the inside. Harvick looking to go 3 wide as they go towards turn 1. Kevin Harvick taking a great opportunity there of those two battling for the lead. Is going to look down the inside and try and take away the race lead. Hamlin going for the race lead once again, almost 3 wide. Looks like Hamlin couldn't find his space, never mind he could.
Wide. 3 wide for the lead, and Hamlin through the middle. He's going to take it. Not clear yet, as Harvick is still on the inside. Matt Kenseth on the outside.
Hamlin found the gap, and he went for it. Denny Hamlin back to the race lead here at Michigan. 3 wide behind once again. Harvick on the inside. Kenseth on the outside. Keselowski in the middle in that preferred line. Ryan Preece coming as well in the 37 car. Down the back straightaway once again.
Ryan Preece all the way to the inside. He's losing momentum as he doesn't have much of a draft to use. But right now, Denny Hamlin about 1 car length clear of Brad Keselowski.
All this fighting for second, it's really stalling out in any run they could have, but you'll see the high side starting to get a little bit organized, headed up by Ty Dillon in the back, followed by Tyler Reddick in front of him. That outside lane looking to get a little bit more organized, maybe go a little bit single file, just try and make it to the end of this race, because racing like this is not going to be sustainable. Ooh, got a little bit
Reddick, he was looking to... Reddick looked to the inside of Clint Boyer, almost clipped his quarter panel there, but they cleared out right quick.
Cleared for second. Matt Kenseth looks to get behind Brad Keselowski, but he wasn't quite clear of Harvick. Harvick slots back up in line as you see that outside lane continuing to get organized. Preece blocking down at the apron, but couldn't cover off the run coming from Ty Dillon.
You're going to be 4 wide going into turn 1 a little bit.
Looks like they got that mostly sorted out, but still 4 wide behind. Looks like they're going to make it work. Bubba Wallace slots back up in line in front of Tyler Reddick. No issues there. The outside lane continuing to get organized, but every time I say that, someone goes for a move down the inside, trying to make up a lot of spots here. Clint Boyer on Newman behind.
Harvick looking to the inside of Keselowski. He's stuck on the bottom. There isn't a hole to make his way into on the top. I know that sounds weird, but it's true. And Harvick's going to lose momentum.
Now, really, it's the battle for third as these two drivers get away at the front of the field. I honestly think Matt Kenseth has a pretty fast car here. He could go for the lead if he wanted to. I think right now he's just kind of sticking in line behind. But all that drafting, oh my goodness! Clint Boyer nearly takes out Ryan Preece. That was much closer than they'd like it to be going towards turn 3.
Clint Boyer kind of falling toward the back of this lead.
Here we go!
Pack here.
Battle for the lead.
Well,
Matt Kenseth to the inside. Gonna try and make the move on Denny Hamlin, coming to lap 25 of 70.
Kenseth, he's going to be in the inside going into turn 1.
Side by side for the lead. Kenseth on the inside is going to drive it up to the lead and take it. Matt Kenseth to the lead. Oh,
he's
Hamlin's
clear.
fighting back.
Up front. Crossover move from Denny Hamlin down the back straightaway to put him in position to once again take the lead back.
Hamlin back to the race lead. Now Ryan Preece and Kevin Harvick coming behind, but Harvick gets back up in line. These 3 drivers have been the class of the field all day. Hamlin, Kenseth, and Harvick. Back towards turn 1. Matt Kenseth in second. And this whole time I'm wondering, when are these drivers going to have to pit, and is it going to be a nightmare?
Who knows? As Matt Kenseth, he looks to the inside down the back straightaway. No momentum there, so it looks like he may have to cede second position. Well, now he's on the inside line going into the corner.
Kenseth's going to really drive it down there, but he doesn't have any draft, and you can see he's not quite holding Hamlin as close as he could coming off 4. Kenseth, though, on the bottom, really making that work all on his own. He's going to have Ryan Preece to help him going into turn 1.
I have 4 cars on the inside line there to help him, as never mind.
Preece decided not to
out to dry by Ryan Preece. He's going to look to the inside.
We almost went 3 wide for the lead there, but not quite. Kenseth got back in line. Brad Keselowski making some aggressive moves, still trying to make something work. Denny Hamlin has been leading pretty much all day as the field almost goes 4 wide for third.
Newman right on the back of Kevin Harvick. 3 wide for second there. Now third.
Kenseth going to give it another shot, going back towards turn 1. If he can get in that groove, he can probably get the lead. But the problem is that run that you get off the high line. I don't know if he's going to be able to keep it. He's alongside Hamlin going down the back.
And also, by the way, these guys, this is what, about 9 cars under a blanket, and they've checked out from the rest of the field.
They really had. This lead pack has gotten away, but the problem is that, I mean, they're racing so close together. One wrong move, and they are all going to get taken out. Matt Kenseth still hanging stuff on the inside, going for the race lead.
Matt Kenseth, he's trying everything he can, but either once he clears, either Hamlin pulls off a crossover and clears him back in turn 3 and 4.
Oh, four wide behind for third. They're going to make it work.
Boyer backed out of it there. You saw that as Matt Kenseth looks to the inside, going into turn 3 and 4.
Kenseth really got to just drive it in there and send it going through the corner, but he just can't. He's still alongside Denny Hamlin as they come back down the front straightaway.
But on the bright side, I think he will lead this. No, he will not! He doesn't even get a lap lead, man.
Scoring says Matt Kenseth in second for that lap. I think Kenseth, I don't know, he just can't get that run. They're 4 wide.
They tried it. They're still going for it.
They couldn't quite make that work. Matt Kenseth still trying to go for the race lead. He's been able to stick alongside Denny Hamlin, maybe wearing out the 11's tires. On the inside, he's finally going to have the advantage coming through 3 and 4.
I don't think so. Hamlin's might have just some momentum. No, he hasn't. And the line Kenseth leads.
Matt Kenseth
finally leads a lap.
Now it's kind of looking like the restrictor plate races that we saw in kind of the early Gen 6 era, mostly just double file up. Never mind, Tyler Reddick says he likes 3 wide, going 3 wide down the back straightaway for second.
I believe,
as Matt Kenseth
second, third there. Tyler Reddick has a fast Chevy.
Now that battle is for third, and Denny Hamlin, not content in second, is going back for the race lead. Denny
Hamlin down the inside. He's gonna try to clear Kenseth. He's cleared of him as Keselowski pretty much shoved to the inside line there.
4 wide. This is around, I want to say around 6th place as they go back towards turn 1.
Whoa!
Oh, that's not good. There's a lot of contact. Are they going to make it work?
There's some contact! Hold it together, boys! It's still early!
Battle for the lead? Not quite. Well, maybe. Kenseth going back for the lead on the inside. Oh, that's close! Hamlin has decided that pitting is a good idea and basically came right down on Matt Kenseth. First cycle of pit stops coming in, and Denny
Kyle Busch missing
the pit lane.
Kyle Busch missing the complete back half of his car, pretty much. By the way,
man, that was way too close between Matt Kenseth and Denny Hamlin. Oh my goodness,
that
was like terrifyingly close. I don't know what was going on there, but all right, we'll see if Denny Hamlin goes with 2 or 4 tires. Looks like it's going to be a 4-tire stop, as is the call for most of these drivers. We've been on this set for a while now. Hamlin with a good pit stop. Oh, that's not a good placement for Matt DiBenedetto to be in. Boyer's going to get off the
it's going to be... It is really close there.
Matt, looks like this
happens. That's your leaders.
Matt Kenseth has brought it in after some contact with Denny Hamlin, but I don't think it's going to affect his car too much. You don't see any damage there. Right side's going on the 42, now up to the left sides. Oh, Jimmy Johnson nearly running into Matt Kenseth, but he was able to keep it out of the way. 4 tires for Kenseth. He is down and away. Good stop by the 42 team. Christopher Bell coming as well. We haven't really talked about him already.
Gonna beat Harvick, to beat Keselowski, but is he going to beat Hamlin?
Bell into the pits. Oh, I worry that, it looks like Bubba Wallace is going to fill that gap, but Kenseth was kind of far out in front of everybody there, and I was worried that was going to string him out too much and that Kenseth was going to get caught up pretty quickly. Everybody else getting single file coming out of the pit lane, and now I think this is going to become a much different race. When everybody was kind of still on the same set of tires, we didn't have any cautions, I think that we saw a lot more bunched up racing. I think now things are going to get a little bit more spread out. We're going to see kind of going back to like the 2005 style of plate racing, where everybody was a little bit spread out, but still kind of in a single file line. Still Matt Kenseth, though, leading with a big gap over second place Bubba Wallace. That might come back to bite him.
Absolutely. We see, like, at Talladega, this is kind of still a Talladega Daytona kind of style event. We see cars, if you get too far out front, and once that field gets to working together and they catch, and there's no way.
Yeah, you can see everybody kind of gaining up here. Ryan Newman coming out of the pits as well. I don't think he's on the lead. Oh, no, he is on the lead lap. Ryan Newman maybe the overcut actually starting to work here because Newman's up to second. But you're going to see as more cars kind of start to get bunched together, it's going to hurt them in the early part of the run. But you're going to see after a while, they're going to start getting the draft and they're going to start working together. And Matt Kenseth is going to be a sitting duck at the front of the field.
Absolutely.
Oh, and speaking of Kenseth, he just went by Joey Logano. That's not good. But I mean, this pack hasn't quite gotten organized, so Kenseth is in a pretty good position right now. Now they're going to have to work their way through lap traffic as well, and it might bunch them up a little bit more. Every time they get bunched up, even if they're racing, it's still faster than being out of the front of the field on your own. Denny Hamlin kind of starting to get in control of that pack. Ryan
they are closing in.
Priest coming out of the pit lane cycles into second place. As Matt Kenseth continues to lead, and you see already comparing lap times. Hamlin last lap at 34.3, Kenseth's last lap at 34.8. So they are closing in. We're going to see more of that kind of close battling. Oh my goodness! Tyler Reddick slide jobbing the 43 of Bubba Wallace, nearly contact, but they were able to make it work.
Can can he block? That's going to be the question here, because that may be the difference.
He's got to block until that run is neutralized, but once again, that high line's organized. Hamlin's already caught the back bumper of the 42, and this battle for the lead is back on.
Hamlin looking to the inside. Kenseth, it looks like he's going to see the position to Hamlin.
Kenseth on the outside, not going to have much of a run. Tyler Reddick working his way back up into third. Ooh, maybe trying to side draft. There goes the 42, trying to cut under him down the back straightaway, but nothing. Denny Hamlin is going to take away the race lead. Whoop, never mind. Kenseth drives it back to the bottom.
Kenseth got right up to the quarter panel.
Matt Kenseth coming to the front once again, pulling Tyler Reddick with him. Reddick also in a good position to go here and take away the lead.
Tyler Reddick has been fast both in real life and here. Could he possibly upset the two fastest cars today and win this race?
Reddick was fast early on. He got stacked up by with contact from Clint Boyer, but he's back in a position to take away the lead. If he takes advantage of it, he could very well dominate the next half of this race.
Side by side with Denny Hamlin.
We are past the halfway point now. Tyler Reddick coming for the race lead on Matt Kenseth, but can't get it.
He's going to fall back to second, third there. Denny Hamlin still on the outside, but Reddick has the preferred line. No, he does not. Here comes Darrell Wallace Jr. at the inside.
Reddick's in that middle groove. That's kind of the place you want to be, but that outside lane has been able to get a run off the corner every single time. Going back towards turn 3, Matt Kenseth still has the advantage, and you're right. Bubba Wallace is there as well, trying to upset the field.
They're good. Oh my goodness. How is that not contact? Bubba Wallace and Tyler Reddick were inches away from each other.
Inches apart, but no contact. Meanwhile, for the lead, Denny Hamlin going back for it on the inside as they go towards turn 1.
Hamlin makes it stick on the inside. He's going to be side by side with Matt Kenseth.
Got really nervous there because Harvick was in that place where if he slipped up a little bit, they were going to make contact, but they did not make contact as Denny Hamlin goes back for the lead on the back straightaway. New race leader, Denny Hamlin.
Matt Kenseth tried. It looks like he's going to lay back. He's going to wait for a good run to form up and then try and take the lead.
The top 8 cars basically under a blanket. Well, I mean, you'd have to get a pretty large blanket, but, you know, under a figurative blanket. And now the field is flat traffic once again, and that's going to give Kenseth the chance he needs to take back the lead. On the inside, Matt Kenseth back to the race lead.
Matt Kenseth negotiated that loud traffic very nicely, as that's Justin Haley and Ward Burton very off the pace. Tyler Reddick staying behind him.
Oh, Tyler! Back to the lead. It looks like everybody's kind of single filing out, just trying to bob and weave through the lap traffic. Tyler Reddick has now dropped off the lead pack. Oh, and that's going to hurt his chances. I don't know if he's going to be able to get back up there. Battle for the lead continues. Denny Hamlin back up the inside of Matt Kenseth. This battle has been going on all race long, and I love every single minute of it.
Now, this is the kind of racing I want to see at Michigan, am I right?
You know what? Whatever fictional package they've brought here, do that in real life, too. For second, that's Ryan Priest going for it on Matt Kenseth. I almost said the
Here comes Ryan Priest.
I almost said the forbidden name.
Ryan Priest.
More lap traffic. Kenseth's going to be on the outside, but he
Ryan
finds
Preece
a
on
gap.
the inside.
Ryan Preece using the lap traffic as a pick is going to go to the race lead. Hamlin on the
Matt
outside.
Kenseth, where did he
That
go?
far off the pace though on the outside, so Hamlin's not losing too much ground. 4 wide.
Oh, Hamlin on the outside.
Oh dear, that was close.
More contact between Bubba Wallace and Austin Dillon as well. Reddick has caught up with the leaders, and Matt Kenseth and Denny Hamlin are now at the back of the lead pack.
It was a huge scramble going down the front straightaway, trying to get around the lap traffic, but up in front, Kevin Harvick got really loose there going through turn 1. Anyways, back at the front of the field, Ryan Preece, through all that, has taken away the race lead and is now leading at Michigan on lap 45 of 70, well past halfway at this point.
Ryan Newman, he's going to be put in the middle of the 3 wide situation there.
Ooh, but Newman slid up just in time. Lap traffic has really made this race a lot more interesting. Now Denny Hamlin has to work his way from the back as they are going 4 wide for second. Almost contact between Hamlin and Reddick.
Oh, so close together, man.
Matt. Matt's going to make it 5 wide, isn't he? Matt, don't do it, Matt. Don't do it. Okay, he didn't do it.
Kenseth, you got to think about this, man. Don't do it.
Meanwhile, up front, Ryan Newman is going for the race lead on Ryan Preece.
Hello, Newman. He's got the lead. He's clear.
Hello, Newman. Ryan Newman to the race lead. 3-4 wide behind. What a race.
We got 4 wide racing. All the boomers are going crazy in the grandstands. You love to see it. Hamlin side by side with Ryan.
And Denny Hamlin through all this, I didn't even notice him, but he has worked his way back up into second now for the race lead. Back to the race lead.
Oh, look at this, look at this! Matt Kenseth on the inside, Reddick in the middle. Reddick makes the gap on the high side.
Tyler Reddick so many times has worked his way up towards the front only to get shuffled back. I think he's done with that. He is really going to try and take away the race lead here and make it
still 4 wide, by the way. They cleared it up before turn 1.
They're still going 3 and 4 wide, and we got more lapped traffic to deal with. This time it's going to be on the straightaway, so it looks like everybody's going to be able to duck low and get out of the way. Oh, Reddick's still trying to make a pass work in lap traffic, but every time he does that, it seems to not really work in his favor. Rest of the field going to come by here. Uh-oh.
The top 3 have kind of cleared.
All right, they make it work. Everybody scrambles down the front straightaway, and battle for the race lead continues. Ryan Newman on the inside with a push from Tyler Reddick is going for it.
This lead pack has pretty much now been split into 2, as there's the top 3 are 1 pack, and then the rest are there.
And I knew Reddick was going to do that. He made a move to the inside. He's on the inside of Newman down the back straightaway. Oh my goodness. Harvick and Preece blocking each other down the back straightaway. This is incredible racing. For the lead, Tyler Reddick on the inside of Hamlin. Hamlin behind Newman. Kenseth's going to drop up to the top line. Maybe not. He stays at the bottom. Incredible racing.
Reddick's going to have the preferred line going into turns 1 and 2. Let's see if he can make that work.
Well, he's going to have the line on Hamlin, but not necessarily on Newman. Looks like most drivers are kind of staying in between that rubbered-in section of the racetrack and the PJ1. I mean, the whole pack has stayed together even through lap traffic.
I mean, there were times where they kind of fell apart, but almost like about a half a lap later, they'd be right back.
3 wide for second. Once again, they are 3 wide for second place. Reddick in the middle, but the top line is getting organized. 3-4 wide behind going into turn 1.
Oh my goodness.
Preece in the middle, a little bit of contact.
Bit of ping pong there.
Every time they go 4 wide, they seem to make it work. Ryan Newman continuing to lead. And oh dear, Newman and Hamlin battling for the win of the season opener. I don't like where this is going, but we're going to hope it turns out differently than it did last time.
Ryan Blaney isn't there, so it should turn out pretty good.
Coming back to the line, Ryan Newman is going to lead on lap 51 of 70. We know how hard he is to pass. Nobody has been able to work his way around him. Hamlin in second, still trying to make a move for the lead. Reddick there as well. I think Tyler's got the car to do it. He's just got to find a spot and go for it. He hasn't found that spot yet. He hasn't been able to do it.
He's trying to mount up a draft run here.
For the lead, here goes Hamlin.
Hamlin to the inside.
Back on the inside going for the race lead.
Ooh, Harvick right on Tyler Reddick.
3 wide for second. I think Reddick's going to have a bit of a run down the front straightaway, but I think Harvick's going to get them back going to turn 1. 3 wide. Reddick going to be in that preferred groove right in between the rubbered-in section of the traction compound.
And more lapped
Guess
traffic.
what? More lapped traffic. Eric Jones, Joey Logano going to
And they are side by side, too. This should be interesting.
Oh, that's not a good spot for Denny Hamlin to be in. We're going to see if anybody can take
Here
advantage.
comes Reddick. Here comes Harvick.
Big scramble, but everybody is getting stuck behind the lap cars. Joey Logano going to the pits. And Eric Jones has just stacked up everybody going down the front straightaway.
Ryan Preece and Brad Keselowski not the biggest benefactors there, and Ryan Newman definitely not. He just lost the lead. He's dropping to the back of this pack.
Newman out of the lead towards the back. I think he's going to make his way around Jones in just a minute here. Now it's back to Harvick. We saw him leading in the early on in the race quite a lot, so we'll see if he can maybe get back up there and challenge for the lead once again as the top 4 have gotten single file, but some drivers are coming to pit road.
Oh, they're going to pit. I think they're going to pit.
Led by Denny Hamlin, in go the top 4. And then there's the other pack that hasn't yet pitted. We'll watch the race in the pit lane. Will anybody try and stretch it on just fuel, just tires? Now is the time for strategy. Oh, no.
Oh, Keselowski, Harvick made contact on pit road.
And that's going to slow them up quite a bit. Now I'm interested. Is anybody just going to go with right side tires? Anybody just going to go with left sides? Just fuel. I mean, now's the time to play the strategy. And there we go. Hamlin's just take right sides tires. Most drivers just going for right sides. So will anybody just try and stretch it on fuel? And now it's into a strategy race. Tyler Reddick into the pit lane. Couple of drivers staying out. I think most drivers coming into the pits. We'll see where this all cycles out in just a minute. What is Reddick's strategy? Right side's going up on that number 8 machine. Right side's going down. Right side's down in just a minute, but will he just take 2? Down and away goes Tyler Reddick. Ooh, nearly contact. Bubba Wallace and Ryan Newman. Rest of the field coming in now, except for Ryan Preece. Preece actually stayed out quite a while the last time we had a pit cycle like this, so we'll see if he tries to pull something like that again.
But hey, it worked for Ryan Preece.
We are coming to the end of the race here. By the time we finish up, it should, the Xfinity Series race should either be just starting or still kind of in the pre-race ceremony stage. Tyler Reddick, Bubba Wallace, and Ryan Newman coming into the pits. We'll see if both of them also decide to go with the common strategy of just right sides. Pretty synced up pit stop for these two. Right side's going down. Oh, Ryan Blaney kind of getting in the way there. Newman away, and so is Bubba Wallace. No issues for those two drivers. Now, where is everybody that we should be looking for? I saw Kenseth, I saw Harvick, I saw Keselowski. That time at the line, Kevin Harvick still scored in 7th, so a couple of drivers still staying out. According to scoring, your race leader last time at the line was Ryan Preece.
Looks like Matt Kenseth's 6th last car in the lead lap. I think that may just be because of the pit cycle.
Yeah, once everything's like, I mean, this right here actually could be the battle for the lead. Reddick, Wallace, and Ryan Newman. This could be the battle for the lead, but we're going to need to see how scoring cycles them all out. Coming to the line, Tyler Reddick is scored in the 3rd position. That time by Ryan Preece was still scored the leader. So what did he do on pit road? He's coming out now, so this is going to be the battle. I think Denny Hamlin is your race leader other than Ryan Preece. Down the back straightaway, can Preece beat Hamlin? No, he cannot. Denny Hamlin back to the race lead. All right, so I think I figured it out. Denny Hamlin is going to be your race leader at the line. Tyler Reddick is going to be in 2nd. Matt Kenseth, unfortunately, has dropped off the lead pack, so this is going to be the battle for the win. Hamlin, your race leader. Tyler Reddick in 2nd. The rest of the battle for 3rd. All right, we got
Tyler Reddick closing in.
We're just over 10 laps to go. Let's see how this plays out. Hamlin versus Reddick for the race lead.
Oh man, this is going to be a very good race.
I think now we're kind of in that stage where everybody's single filed out, so we're going to see a lot of fluid racing, a lot of opportunities to pass. With everybody else getting stacked up, it's just going to be these two drivers to the finish.
Absolutely, but don't count out the drivers in that second pack. With these two out as far out front as they are, that lead pack will catch up.
Here comes the battle. Tyler Reddick to the inside, going for the race lead.
Right to the inside. He's going as far down the back straightaway as he can, and it looks like it might work for him.
Towards turn 3, Tyler Reddick. Can he clear Denny Hamlin? Not quite. Now the second pack is caught up. With everybody racing here for the lead, they've been able to kind of get in line, get organized, and they're going to be able to go for the lead as well. Tyler Reddick led that lap. It looks like he has the advantage as they go towards turn 1, but we've seen how strong Hamlin can be on the high side.
Hamlin's still strong, but Reddick's going to clear.
And Hamlin does not have the run to go for a crossover. Never mind.
Crossover move to the inside. He looks at it into turn 3.
Everybody stacking up. This is going to be the battle for the win. Reddick falling back to second. Ryan Preece coming as well.
Ryan Preece playing
laps to go. Hamlin leading over Preece and Reddick.
Don't count out Darrell Wallace. He's there too. He's closing as well.
Wallace there with a chance as well, maybe going 3 wide.
He only makes it 3 wide. 3 wide on the inside goes Darrell Wallace. They clear it up, but Wallace still on the inside of Tyler Reddick now.
This is the battle. This is what counts. Get the lead, get the win. This is what these drivers got to do. I think it's a game of track position. Keep in mind that at any point a caution could come out, and if it comes out within those last 5 laps, the race is over.
Absolutely. Hamlin has a car length lead on Ryan Preece. Can Preece use the draft and get around him? It does not look like as here comes Tyler Reddick to the inside into turn number 1.
Just as everybody got single file, Tyler Reddick decided, nope, not happening. He went to the inside of Ryan Preece. All these drivers just trying to make up as many positions as they can, trying to take advantage of any really minor slip-up that happens. These drivers always on alert. They've got to take opportunities. Kevin Harvick, the closer, maybe he could get up there. Well, probably not, but, there's always a chance.
I mean, if a caution comes out, you never know.
7 laps to go. Ryan Preece second. Tyler Reddick in third. Hamlin getting away, but if he gets out too far in front, the draft is going to close them right back up. And guess what else I see? Lapped traffic.
Oh, this is going to be very interesting. Hamlin still a good distance away from that second pack. I don't think that's a good idea. I think he shouldn't really be getting out too far ahead.
Hamlin's going to be stuck on the inside. Watch Newman. He's going to have the advantage. Preece getting held up by the lap traffic. It's going to close them up.
Newman side by side.
I mean, we keep saying that Denny Hamlin's too far out in front. Maybe the draft doesn't matter as much as we thought it did. More lap traffic and Corey LaJoie. Tyler Reddick getting right kind of in that preferred line. Hamlin having to go narrow down the back straightaway to get out of the way of LaJoie. Reddick does as well. Coming to 5 laps to go. This is it. This is the US 500. This is how we're going to decide this race. It's between Hamlin, Reddick, and Newman.
Indeed it is, as Reddick closed up real quickly on Denny Hamlin, but I don't think there's enough drafting help now to even chance a run.
No more distance between the top 5. I think you're wrong, honestly. I think that Tyler Reddick is going to have a great run coming down the back straightaway. You can see he's gotten visibly closer, but will he make the move at a 3? The thing that's
now he stays right behind him, looks to the inside just a little bit. Actually, yes, he is going to try and make the move.
The thing that's been so strong about Hamlin's car all day is that he's been able to make the run off the top side work. Every time someone launches an attack up the inside, Hamlin's been able to hold him off, but Reddick is really the one driver who was able to defy that earlier in the race. Can he do it again for the race win?
Darrell Wallace looking also to the inside of Tyler Reddick. 3 wide for the lead.
And Hamlin did not get the run that time by. No run for Hamlin. They're going to be 3 wide as they go towards turn 3, but Hamlin trying to clear Reddick.
Still 3 wide. 3 wide now for second. Reddick to the inside of Hamlin. Oh my goodness.
Coming to 3 laps to go. Tyler Reddick in second. He's alongside Denny Hamlin. He's been able to work on the pass. He's just got to get right up next to that 11 car and drive it down into turn number 1.
It's a try race between the 11 of Denny Hamlin and the 8 of Tyler Reddick. Reddick has cleared Denny Hamlin.
Great run for Tyler Reddick. Now he is back to the race lead. Hamlin got the run off the corner, though. He's side by side, but the one place where Hamlin has been weaker all day is through 3 and 4. I think if Reddick can get clear of him, he's going to be able to get Hamlin.
Reddick up the track, he clears Hamlin. Just by a nose, Hamlin crosses over to the inside.
2 laps to go. Lap 69 of 70. Nice, underway. Reddick on the outside, Hamlin on the inside. Side by side towards turn 1.
Reddick doesn't have enough momentum on the high side. Hamlin's gonna clear, not quite. Yes, he is down the back straightaway.
We're coming to 1 to go. Anything can happen at this
point. The same move Hamlin has been pulling all day. He does hit Reddick to the inside. This is coming to the white flag. Tyler Reddick, blind job it. No, not quite.
It's probably a good thing that he didn't.
White flag, 1 lap to go.
It's probably a good thing he didn't clear Hamlin. Hamlin would have been able to cross him back towards turn 1, side by side for second. Bubba Wallace in the fight as well. But Reddick can cover off the top. There's going to be an opportunity for Hamlin. No, not enough room. Wallace is on the inside. Here they go into turn 3.
Just like the 2018 Daytona 500, an RCR car out front, while Darrell Wallace Jr. and Denny Hamlin fight for second. Through turn 4, for the first time in his career, Tyler Reddick is a Cup Series winner and the first winner of the Summer Series.
Tyler Reddick wins round 1 of the TMG Summer Series in the US 500. He wins at Michigan over Denny Hamlin and Ryan Preece. Bubba Wallace made a charge at the end but could not get it done. Tyler Reddick is your winner today. Hamlin was close, but not close enough. Congratulations to Tyler Reddick. First Cup Series victory and kicking off the Summer Series with a win. In before everybody calls this race rigged because Tyler Reddick won.
Man, that was an amazing race, though. I was on the edge of my office chair watching this the whole time, man.
That was a good race. Tyler Reddick is your winner. Hamlin second. At the line, the gap between the top 2 was just under a tenth. The cars that will be out next weekend at the All-American Speedway will be Sam Hornish, Chase Elliott, Michael McDowell, Austin Cindric, Eric Almirola, and Chris Buescher. That race will be in 1 week. Let's take a look at the move that gave Tyler Reddick the win, and then we will go off the air for the Xfinity Series, so we're not overlapping any time slots. Let's back it up here just a little bit and take a look at how Tyler Reddick was able to steal away the victory here at Michigan. I mean, it's that move that he was pulling all day. It's been so strong for these drivers when they were trying to get around Hamlin. They were just able to get a run on the inside coming through turns 3 and 4.
Reddick used Hamlin's move against him.
It was this lap. This lap decided the race. Hamlin going back to the inside. Reddick was on the outside. Side by side through turn number 1, and this is going to be a deciding moment. Reddick, who's on the high side, is going to have a huge run off the corner. I kind of knew it was going to happen. He just had to utilize it right. But he was getting just on that traction compound, just where you want to be. He had the run and took it to the inside. And I don't think Hamlin really had the means to block. This is where Hamlin's been weak all day. Reddick on the inside was able to use up all the racetrack. But what really decided it is that he wasn't clear of Denny Hamlin. So Hamlin really couldn't pull any sort of a crossover move. And Bubba Wallace, who was in third, blocked off Hamlin from going lower down the front straightaway. And really, at that point, nobody could stop Tyler Reddick because they were side by side behind. And Tyler Reddick has won at Michigan. Thank you all for watching Race 1 of the 2020 TMG Summer Series. We will be back live next weekend for the Gold Coast 250 at the All-American Speedway, one of my favorite racetracks. Relatively local short track in Roseville, California. We will see you then, but until next time, this is Jonathan and Charles Bowen signing out. Before we leave the air, Charles, do you have any last things to say?
An incredible race. We saw a lot of action, a lot of passing, some incredible moves. Congratulations to Tyler Reddick on that first career win.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. We will see you all next weekend. Goodbye, and have a good one. And make sure to enjoy the Xfinity Series race.